Southern Province is one of the 10 provinces of Zambia, with a land area of about 85,823 square kilometers. Beside being a tourism destination, the abundant land and access to water gives the province a comparative advantage in crop and livestock production. This province is also the food basket of Zambia, owing to its high maize production. It is home to one of the 7 wonders of the world, the mighty Victoria Falls, formed by the Zambezi River, which also runs to form Lake Kariba, the world's largest man-made lake that lies on 1,300 kilometers upstream from the Indian Ocean along the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. The Kafue Flats, which provides a huge potential for irrigation and cattle ranching, is another feature that the province boasts of. Along the Zambezi Valley, the region is also blessed with large deposits of coal and amethyst, with nickel on the plateau. Southern Province has vast natural resources, the potential that has not been fully exploited to bring about economic fortunes to the inhabitants. Concerned about the state of affairs, the provincial administration visited all the 13 districts in the province to interact with various stakeholders, both private and public sector, with a focus on promoting value addition to natural resources and industrialization. The first district to visit was Gwembe. Here, cotton production, livestock, and tourism presents a window of opportunities for investment.
It is something that we want to call upon the investors to come, both the local and the outside investors. We've already created over 300 plots, and out of which 19 are for lodges, and so we still want to create some more, because actually we still have plenty of land that we want to ensure we develop. So we want to call upon the people that want to invest to come. We have plenty of land, like I have indicated already, which can be able to house a multi-facility economic zone in our area. If that is done, it's actually going to increase the employment levels, as well as the economic fortunes of our district.
So as a district, we are inviting the would-be investors to come and team up with us so that we can embark on cage fish farming, so that we can actually put cages out there, grow our fish in them, harvest, and then we'll be able to meet the fish requirements of the country. We'll be able actually to utilize the water resource that were given here, both for fish production and also for crop production.
There is massive investment potential in Gwembe district, in the area of agriculture, in the area of livestock, and in the area of tourism. And I have no doubt in my mind that this area can spur economic development, not only here in Gwembe, but in the whole Zambia. And I see really a shift from tourists going to Siavonga and places like Livingstone to a choice here.
Tourism and fishing is the mainstay of the economy in Siavonga district. However, investment opportunities are vast.
We would like to also invite would-be investors to come and look at the possibility of investing in solar energy, especially that this place is very hot. I think this will be another alternative to the hydro system that we have in the district.
There's so much potential for other companies to come in to do cage culture, aquaculture. The government did a strategic environmental assessment, and 6 sites in Siavonga districts were arrived at. and these 6 sites are not yet filled. So we are requesting for more players in producing fish.
So we challenge the private sector to come and look. The district council is willing to give land to, or access to land for people who want to seriously invest in the various opportunities that are in the township and the district at large.
Chikankata is a district located closely to the capital of Zambia, Lusaka, with abundant water, land and cattle, but needs investment to process beef, milk and crops like Irish potatoes to finished products.
Currently under medium level management, the farmers are able to produce about 12 tons of Irish potatoes per hectare. But with improved varieties and a better nutrition of the crop, we should be able to produce in excess of 25 tons of Irish potato tubers. And then if a factory is set up here, it would really create a lot of jobs, both for the people bringing in foreign direct investment and the locals. And so it would be a win-win situation. So
what we are requesting is for local investors to come in and help these small grower farmers so that when they produce, they've got a nearby place or factory where they can at least do their marketing of their produce. We can also go internationally by looking at foreign direct investment so that potential investors even outside can come in and open up big farms and then engage our local farmers so that they can be outgrowers, so that they can also be part of this system. All we are interested in is to at least improve so that the processing of the Irish potatoes, and not only Irish potatoes, but most of these crops which are just sold after being harvested, maybe we can try to improve so that they can be utilized as finished products. So
we have about 38,000 to 48,000 cattle in Chikankata district. Slightly over 50% of that is cattle belongs to the traditional sector, which implies that the lifestyle of Chikankata people is highly impacted by livestock. But even with that, we have emphasized that we need to attract more people to come and put the financial muscle here to change some activities, especially the processing activities. So far, we are thinking that the meat that is coming from here should be processed or packaged into more finished product. That includes the hides, the skin hides, which we are only merely treating and exported out of the district as raw materials. We strongly feel that this material, which is the hides, can be processed into finished product and then exported as a product with more value.
Away from Chikankata district, in Mazabuka, Monze, Pemba, Namwala and Choma, there is high milk production. For instance, Kushia Farms in Mazabuka produces about 10,000 liters of milk per day, which is sold in raw form.
These cows are over 50 liters. Last year we hit a record on this farm of 62 liters out of one cow in one day. And so it's all how much food is going in is what's giving you the milk coming out. The potential is there. It's just how much you can feed and maintain the conditions.
Only if we add value to milk. First of all, are we going to tackle the issue of storing it? Storing milk to remain fresh for a long time in our type of climate is an uphill battle. But if we process it, it will be fine. We should get to a stage where we eat milk in the form of cheese, butter, yogurt. And that we must work towards. It will be a comparative advantage for this province over other provinces.
Sinazongwe is another district in Southern Province which has more investment potential. It is home to one of the biggest crocodile farms in Africa, though it lacks a tannery.
That has got little nicks and bites and minor scars or whatever. Those skins could be put through a tannery and then shoes be manufactured, or belts or handbags that could, I think there's a market within Zambia, there's a market regionally.
Because the world population is growing, the demand for belts, the demand for shoes and demand for all manner of leather products is on the rise. And so we as government will make sure that we ease your investment journey to ensure that you break even within probably the second year.
Southern Province has vast natural resources.
Southern Province is a unique province in terms of mining. Like we've already stated that Nico is only housed in Mazabuka and Southern Province, and we've got also coal. The coal mining is also only found in Southern Province, and it's actually participating very well in terms of mining in Zambia, especially with its infilling of the production of our thermal power, which actually covers the deficit of our hydropower, which is found actually, the mining is found in Mamba, and Mamba Collieries is actively mining. We've got also a Chinese company, which is Kolam Co, found also in the Sinazongwe district in the Kandabwe area of Sinazeze. This is part of Co. Another unique feature in terms of mining in Southern Province is also the Mapatiza area. Mapatiza area, it's the only area again in Zambia that produces the precious amethyst. Amethyst, it's used actually in the jewelry industry. It's a semi-precious gemstone, and this is found in Zimba district, which houses Mapatiza. It's the unique feature also in terms of mining in Southern Province is the famous Zambezi flatstones, which are found actually in Siavonga. These are actually, moment there are a number of license holders who are actively participating in this Zambezi flatstone. It's a unique feature because it's only in Southern Province and Siavonga district where you can find this type of flatstone. There are other areas in Zambia you would find flatstone, but not the type that you find in Siavonga. Its use actually is becoming very popular now in Zambia, not only in Zambia, even worldwide, because it's used in the finishing touch of these famous buildings you are seeing in Lusaka. If you look at the famous malls in Lusaka, most of the finishing is done using the Siavonga flatstone. I should also mention that Southern Province also is unique in terms of mining because it's an only area where you find there's active prospecting of uranium. Uranium is one of the energy minerals. The actual active prospecting of uranium is found in Southern Province, and this mineral, the occurrences are actually extending along the Zambezi Valley, mainly around Siavonga, Gwembe area. We have 2 major licenses there which were given to do the prospecting of uranium in that area.
This is amethyst, produced in Mapatiza area of Zimba district. This mineral is graded as one of the world top class, but Kariba Minerals lacks capacity to process the mineral into finished products, hence the need for value addition.
This mining area has actually been designated into plots. There are about over 100 plots of potential amethyst mining, and Kariba Minerals is the largest producing mine, which is under SP1 plot. So this is the best place you can come to in terms of amethyst mining in Zambia. This is the only place where you find a single mine producing in Zambia and in Southern Province, particularly Zimba district.
We believe after
After some extensive research which was done around here, we believe that the reserves are for the next 20 to 30 years at the same level of production. This type of reserves will definitely enable us to seek growth in semi-finished products to serve again China, India, and the United States of America.
It's an exciting venture when you look at it, because as it is said that it is going to be there for the next 30 years, meaning that as we start it now, we are setting a base for the future generations to come in. And the way we started, that's going to be the basis on how the incoming generation is going to make use of this. It's exciting.
Livingstone is the only city in the province and the country's tourism capital, hosting the Victoria Falls, the Mukun Big Five, and the Mosotunya National Park, which hosts the white rhino.
The advantage of having the smaller national park in town is that you will be able to see so much. Within 3 hours, you are able to see a number of wildlife in our Mosotunya National Park. Now we have activities such as whitewater rafting, we have the bungee jumping for those adrenaline lovers, we have the boat cruises, we have our city of Livingstone, which is so rich in history.
And just next to the Zambezi River, we have the Mosotunya National Park, where you can do rhino walks. The rhino walks are a very special activity because you can get as close as 20 meters away from the rhinos. As you are aware, rhinos can run up to 45 kilometers per hour, so you need to maintain that distance of 45 kilometers. It's a source of income because those who do rhino walks, they have created jobs, and this is what the government is talking about. So it is very important that almost all of us as Zambians, we come to see the Victoria Falls in various activities, including the safari and the rhino walks.
The provincial administration team sampled various tourism packages on offer in the tourism capital, including the Victoria Falls, which is sometimes mistaken to belong to other countries.
Well, it's nice and comforting to interact with wild animals.
They call it living in harmony with nature, and it is happening here at the Mukun Big Five.
My message to other tourists is to get here, put it on your bucket list, and make sure you see the Victoria Falls because they are spectacular.
This is perhaps the best wonder of the world that nature has to offer, and is found in the Republic of Zambia, here in Southern Province in Livingstone. And so anyone who wants to really refresh and feel good and feel young, this is the place. Come to Victoria Falls, come to Zambia.
Fallsway Timbers Limited is a local company in Livingstone that has ventured into agro-processing but faces unique challenges of access to raw materials and market.
A special types of beans called haricot beans or navy beans. It's a huge demand, and unfortunately in whole Zambia nobody is growing. Nobody is growing. Like I want to start the haricot baked beans. I'm importing the beans from South Africa. For us to make baked beans here, we cannot just use any local beans and can it and put a label as a baked beans. It's not an international standard.
Very happy if we can have large-scale investment which can produce the raw materials that are required to support the factory. And it is our hope that Falls will replicate their operations in other parts of Zambia so that they can be a stimulant in terms of agro-processing.
It is a unique district which has more cattle than the population of people. Namwala district boasts of a cattle population of more than 140,000. However, the district has not benefited much from this potential.
The animals we have at this farm, they are about 2,000. There are about 2,000 heads of cattle. Wow. So in a year we produce about 700 to 800 steers, which we sell to Zambia. The heifers, we sell them to other farmers, our fellow farmers in the province. We wish to have our own abattoirs as farmers. We wish to have better markets.
We have the potential to venture into value addition. As you may be aware, for Namwala, the cattle that we supply to the abattoirs, we sell both the meat and the hides. The hides are gotten more like for free. What they buy is just the whole animal with its hide. So the potential is there. Looking at the statistics that we have, of course, it's possible we can have industries that would venture into maybe meat processing as well as the tanneries to process the hides.
Namwala district in southern province of Zambia has a huge border with the Kafue River Basin and also the Namwala River Basin, what we call generally the Kafue Flats. That piece of land in thousands of hectares presents excellent grazing land, and the district on 10,000 square kilometers has a total of 140,000 cattle. And the dominant breed is the Brahman that you see behind here, and per beast we average 500 kilos live weight. And so here in Namwala we see a potential where livestock production can grow, especially beef production, to an extent that it would warrant investment in a factory that would process meat, package it from Namwala and export from Namwala to any part of the world.
While Kazungula district is endowed with forests, the harvested woods is not being processed into finished products, depriving locals of benefits generated from the processing and trading of forest products.
In Kazungula district, we have got about 3,415.8 kilometers squared of protected forests. We've got about 6 local forest reserves, and then we have about 6 customary lands. I think, in my view, Kazungula district has got a potential to have furniture industry right here in Kazungula. We want to be exporting finished products outside the country so that we can complete the value chain.
Kazungula district in southern Zambia is a border town that joins the Republic of Botswana and Zambia. But besides that, just a few meters away from that border, we have the Republic of Zimbabwe, and on the western side, we have the Republic of Namibia. And so the district is very busy with a lot of traffic in terms of imports and exports. And it's a very attractive investment because it's an entry point for all persons and goods that enter Zambia, accounting for over 25% of the trade volume.
We have enough land that is stew and plant that is available for every kind of investment, be it in the tourism sector, in the establishment of shopping mall, especially with the bridge project that is underway and completing in January of 2019. There will be need for huge investment, and land is available.
Kalomo is a leading district in maize production, producing about 163 metric tons annually. Maize is the most important grain crop in Zambia, being both the staple food for the majority of the population and the major feed grain for the animal feed industry.
An appeal that I'm making to people out there to come and invest in Kalomo. We have land available in all categories: commercial, residentials, and investors that want to come over here, whom we can give large pieces of land to produce maize under irrigation. We have rivers and streams, and we are in the process of putting up a number of dams so that we can enable any producer to produce maize under irrigated conditions. And so Kalomo has the right microclimate, good soils, and skilled manpower that can be used to produce maize and other crops.
From the previous seasons, we have seen that Kalomo has produced even about 163,000 metric tons, and we've also had excess produce. So these excess produce can be used to produce other value additional products which can bring income into the nation. This can improve the livelihood of our small-scale farmers because the extra income will go back to the farmers. So we would appreciate very much if there was an industry that will come to the district that can boost the district's income generation.
Southern Province is surely poised for economic prosperity. However, this can only be possible with investment into various sectors to achieve value addition. Therefore, there is need for foreign direct investment to establish a sound industrial base that will facilitate processing of raw materials into finished products.